This tunnel is really neat. It's shorter, but it has all this crazy, like chicken mesh. They used to hold up the wall.
This tunnel was constructed totally different than the others.
Yeah.
The others were carved out of the mountain, and then they had a concrete structure built around the inside. And this one is just made of metal frames and wood, which is crazy. It's just holding up the mountain. It's interesting.
It's carved right through the rocks.
Oh, I guess when you get a little bit farther in, it looks like it's either concrete or just the carved out rock.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, well, it looks wet.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was just my foot hitting a big rock. That was Sasquatch.
Wow, these ones look pretty fresh. Look at this one.
They retain their colors well when they probably don't get as much sun exposure. Pretty crazy. Wow.
Wow. I'm not sure how the procedure goes here, but I'm looking at right here.
Okay. I think we gotta cross the river to get across. No, it says you have to ford the river at some point. Alright, we're gonna figure this out. So the tunnel is over here, and you can see that there was a train track bridge at some point, but it's been washed out, and there's a big giant log jam kind of holding it, or that busted the bridge there. You see the fiber optic cables are just like dangling in the water. They're all broken off. And on the map it says that you need to actually ford the creek, and we've been playing around down here trying to figure out where. And then Cameron realized up here on this hill, you can't really see right now, when he comes back I'll show you. We're looking at that rope trying to figure out if he wants to use it again. It's a wee bit precarious. Yay! He's down and he didn't break an ankle. That's awesome. Now let's see if he keeps his shoes dry. What is he doing? Oh, he's getting a stick? Yep. This log is very haphazard at best. Aww.
Hey,
You tried.
one of my feet soaked.
So you're half dry.
Hey, so
What'd you see?
that rope is the way up.
It is the way up.
That joins up there, and you can continue on. But that's really rugged and not very safe. I don't think we can do it on our packs. The rope is old and decayed, and it definitely doesn't feel very stable. I couldn't get to where I could really pull and yank on it hard without, hurting myself really bad if it broke, but it's really old and decayed, and it's connected to not a tree even, but a half of a dead tree that's not anchored in the ground, that's 6 inches in diameter, that's all them riding away, and that is anchored to about a 6-inch in diameter dead tree that's stuck in the ground. So it's just pretty precarious.
Yeah.
But and it would be hard to do with our packs, even if the rope was good.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to do that.
yeah. So I don't think we're gonna be able to do that, but this is pretty cool here, and we might be able to find a camping spot close by.
Yay! Hey. We have a Katadyn Hiker Pro water filter. Very important. If you're into hiking at all, A++ would recommend all that stuff. We filtered a lot of water with this thing. This water is really clean, but you should still always filter your water unless you're like dying. Check out what I found. It was wrapped up in our sleeping pad. It's a little bitty salamander. Super cute. He's kind of mad at me. I'm gonna let him go free. Go on. Come on. All right. Cute little bugger. Very cute. Okay, so we decided that we want to camp at... Hello. We decided that we wanted to camp, set up camp early and kind of relax this afternoon. So if you can see, actually there's some hikers over there right now. That's the train tracks way over there. We did not cross the creek to go further down the trail. What we did do is cross the creek here and almost lost Cameron's shoe, and then set up camp up here. So that's Cameron, he's getting some firewood. This is our, whoa.
I didn't find much good stuff, but a few things.
That's good. So this is our camp for the night. It's very picturesque. I've got the rain fly on the tent upside down right now because it condensated a lot last night. So we had to put it in the bag all wet. And so I'm letting it dry out before we get the tent properly set up. Alright, smile, you're on candid camera. Cameron and I have, well mostly Cameron has been laboriously looking for dry firewood, and this is our bounty after searching for just a long time. So I've got some dry grass in a little bag that I've kept dry, so time to get this party started. Alright, we got our fire going and it's time for dinner. What are you having?
It's corned beef and with potatoes and cabbage and carrots. Leftovers that we made the other day, and put it in some aluminum foil to cook in the campfire.
Yep. We're also drying up Cameron's shoes and socks.
Looking forward to it. Fire feels very good.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so it is morning time. What time is it?
It's 8:45.
Oh, dang, we got a groove.
We got a boogie.
So it's 8:45 apparently. It's super cold, but we just finished our second night here on our hike. We're about 5 miles away from the car, and I have a baby shower to be at 2 p.m. So we're gonna boogie.
Yeah.
We'll take some videos on the way probably as well. Yeah.
It's not really that cold, but we haven't been moving around very much, and it's probably like in the 50s right now. And let's see. The night was pretty uneventful. We camped right here next to this creek, so that was really nice. And but there was a break of kind of baby alder trees, like one every square, half foot or whatever, real thick, that broke the wind right behind our tent. So so it was pretty comfortable, pretty uneventful, except for some mice running around trying to figure out how to get into my bag.
Ugh, yeah.
So we just made some noises and shined some lights and stuff, and they seemed to go away after a couple times. And no harm done this morning that we've been able to determine.
So now we get to cross the creek twice in our flip-flopped feet before we can get to the trail because we like seclusion.
Oh, I forgot about this part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
yeah.
Anyway.
The one who brought flip-flops is going to be crossing the water, and I'm going to climb along the rocks, so
yeah.
Yay.
Anyways, see you on the other side. Okay, Cameron decided to be a gentleman and be the flip-flop bearer. And so he's going to carry both of our packs, which are right here and here.
Erica's feet are a little bit smaller than mine, but not a lot, so I can barely wear flip-flops. And yeah, we have one pair of flip-flops, so basically we don't want to walk all day with our feet wet. So one person's going to cross the bags. We have to cross the creek twice to get the bags back to where we can walk on the dry land. And so yeah, since Erica's really cold and I'm really not right now, I'm going to do the duty here and hope nobody falls in the water. Climbing the rocks isn't that easy either.
Yeah. All right. We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay.
I would just film me crossing and then come back to get in your bag.
Those are some nice shoes.
What?
I said nice shoes.
Oh, thank you. I got them from a special friend. Okay.
That looks so cold.
When we came up with this plan, I really wasn't thinking about how we'd have to do this in the morning when it was cold.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Okay.
Can you fit that on your big shoulders?
One of them seems a lot tighter than the other.
I'm crooked, I guess.
Okay, so do you, I guess you can get the camera bag.
Yeah.
Just, if you do fall, you gotta make sure you don't fall, you falling onto your feet.
Yeah.
And use your stick to keep yourself steady.
I will.
Okay, love you.
I love you too.
See you over there.
Okay.
Hey. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
All right. Well, he's got to do that a couple more times. Well, he's got to cross both of our bags over. So I'm gonna climb the little rock wall right along there, which is totally doable, and not get my feet wet. All right.
Smile over here. So, yay, done. One thing I find, I don't know, I think it's just personal to me, but whenever I have to do something like really gnarly that I'm like, oh shit, like I just drove 24 hours straight and like I have some kind of medical problem going on and I have to drive another hour because of something that got screwed up in life. For example, any kind of situation, or like crossing this freezing cold stream 4 times in the morning when it's freezing cold. Sometimes if I just sing like a crazy person, it makes it okay. I don't know, or at least it makes it go by and like gets me through it. So
Yep.
yeah, I feel good right now.
Sing like a crazy person. Pro tips from Cameron. All right, your wife is a pack rat, so she got.
Hey.
Okay, so we crossed the creek. Our stuff is dry, and we have some serious time to make. Fortunately, there's not too much elevation change on this hike. It's just we got to boogie and not trip over the railroads. So this is the end of our journey here. I guess it's halfway. This is where we stopped. You ready to boogie?
Just about.
Okay.
One of the things that we just learned, or I think we knew this already, but packing the bags across the creek there like we did, you know, I'm rocking this old Stan Sport hiking pack from the 70s or 80s.
That was
and
a Goodwill find.
it does the job. It was a Goodwill find apparently back in the day. And this was Erica's bag for Girl Scouts or something once upon a time. But you know, we've taken this on several backpacking trips now, and just putting Erica's Osprey bag on without any of the straps, you know, without the hip strap, without the thing, not the right size bag, not adjusted for me, is so much more comfortable. It packs so much better than this.
Yes.
So it was pretty funny. It was eye-opening for me because actually I don't know if I've worn your pack before.
No.
But yeah, now I want a new pack.
You deserve a new pack. You've toughed that one out for several hikes. But all right.
But this works.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Beautiful morning.
you filming?
Yeah. Cameron really likes the bouncy tree.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, if it breaks.
If it breaks...
I don't think it would roll because it wouldn't break cleanly.
Yeah.
It would just snap down and... I don't know. It might actually might not.
Anyway.
Yeah, but it wouldn't break cleanly, so I think so. Because it wouldn't just snap in half.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Say, I don't really want to find out.
Anyway, that's fun. I didn't realize you were still filming.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's very pretty here. They've done some clear cutting, but you can see, I don't know if you can see, let's see. They've replanted a bunch of little baby trees, so soon that hill will be lush and green again. Alright, so we're at the big trestle bridge again. Sun's on the other side this time since it's morning.
How far down did you say it was?
I think it's 270 something. I gotta look on the internet again.
270 something?
Yeah, it's
far. Gosh.
It's a ways down. It sure is pretty. Obviously, I don't want to fall down. Okay, so remember how Cameron was talking about how we saw mice last night? We didn't think they got any of our stuff. That was in the top of his pack. I don't like mice.
Okay, so we finished our 2-night hiking trip. Definitely had our fill of railroad ties at this point, and it was a lot of fun. We camped the second night. Well, you saw where we camped. There were quite a few people coming back. On the way back, there were quite a few people on the trail. I'd have to say, overall, the amount of people on the trail from what we saw was more than I'd hoped, but less than I was afraid of. So there were a lot of people today. The area to park was filled with probably at least 15 or 20 vehicles. But it's a really beautiful Sunday, and it was predicted to be really beautiful. So today there hasn't been a lot of good weather this season yet. So today would be a naturally high traffic day. We're driving along the this kind of gnarly dirt road on the way back to the town of Timber, and it's full of chuck holes. And as you can see, this here, there's like an almost straight up 3 or 4 inch grade, which I hope I can go over.
You got it.
Ooh, it's close though.
Oh.
Real close. So this is a Honda Accord, about typical kind of clearance of a Honda Accord. If you had any less than that, you probably wouldn't want to do this road.
Yeah.
And there's lots of potholes that we could get stuck on if we didn't drive carefully around them in various ways, or over with them between the car wheels, whatever we have to do. It's that kind of dirt road. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We hiked back pretty quickly today. We got up early this morning and just hit the 5 miles back because Erica has a party she's going to in Portland, and we had a little surprise at the end. We didn't leave any food in the car, but a mouse had made a nest in our trunk while we were gone, and some of the stuff we brought. So it was definitely happened while we were parked there the past 2 nights. So that was kind of surprising. And there's as you probably saw earlier in the video, we had mice experiences during the hike or during camping too. So there's a lot of mice around here, and at the parking area too. Definitely don't leave any food in your car.
Yeah, that would be very bad.
And yeah, it's been great. Got more to add, babe.
Oh, just that there's like a nice clean area where you can wash your hair. I dumped my head in the creek. Yep.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah, there's a kind of culvert that's putting out pretty clean water at the beginning. Erica did some kind of cat bathing in.
Yep.
And as far as camping spots go, we were worried that there wouldn't be camping spots, or what kind of camping spots we'd find, and we were just gonna make what we could of it. I would say you could definitely find camping spots along the way. not a lot of great ones, or not really any really great ones, but there's some decent ones, and it's overall I'd say a much better trail for like a day hike than camping.
Yeah.
But because there's almost nothing you can find. It's really hard to get a camping spot to, you got to be really hardcore to like get to a camping spot that's much off the trail on this hike. So
yeah, there's no seclusion really.
Yeah, you saw where we camped on the second night, and that was, took a bit of effort, and you have people potentially or very likely coming past your camp in the middle of the night and things like that. So, which is fine. It just is what it is. And it was super great. We had a great time, but definitely I would say it's more prime for a day hike than a camping hike.
All right. Well, thanks for coming along with us, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.